And hello, Rockville. This is DJ Crackheem.
DJ Marky J.
Here to talk to you about the Spurs, who have been doing great over the last break, going 12-1 without any of their big three, without Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, or Tony Parker for a short period of time.
Earlier in the season, the Spurs sat out their main starters against the Heat.
It was against the Grizzlies.
It was against the Heat.
Oh yeah, they sat them out in the Heat game before they played the Grizzlies.
And they got fined a big deal, and now they're without them, and they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, over the part where well, for a short period of time, the Spurs didn't have Manu Ginobili or Tim Duncan, but they did have Tony Parker. But Tony Parker just hurt his ankle a couple days ago. But over this break, where all they had was Tony Parker, where he was the only one of the big three, he was averaging actually 29.7 points a game, 1.5 steals, and 9.8 assists.
Tony Parker still got it.
Yeah, I know. He's in the MVP race. He's in 6th on the Kia Countdown MVP race on NBA.com. He's been doing good. Like, he's been putting the team on his back. They've been running everything through him. He's getting more shots without Tim Duncan and Manu. Yeah, he's on the All-Star reserves, actually. He's not a starter. The starters for the All-Star for the West are Chris Paul and Kobe. So Tony Parker did make the reserves. Tim Duncan actually did make the All-Star team, so I don't know what they're going to do with Tim out.
Well, do you think this is Tim Duncan's last time being on the All-Stars?
I do believe it is Tim Duncan's last time being on the All-Stars because I don't believe he's going to be able to keep up this pace. In the beginning of the season where he was healthy, he was averaging 21 a game, 9 rebounds, and 1.4 blocks. But it's been in a steady decline because he's has a bad leg, and it just keeps affecting him, and that's why he's out right now. And I think he did injure his back. So that'll be something to look out for. But speaking of teams on a winning streak, actually, the Toronto Raptors have been turning it on lately, going 5-1 after acquiring Rudy Gay in a big trade deal from the Memphis Grizzlies.
How can you not get hot once acquiring Rudy Gay? You got him, you got Andre Bargnani,
DeMar DeRozan, who's been doing good. Kyle Lowry, who just dimes to everybody. They've been looking really, really good. Rudy Gay has hit 2 buzzer beaters in the last 2 games. Well, not buzzer beaters, but 2 game winners in the last 2 games. He's been as he's played for the Raptors, he's averaging over 26 points per game, but he is only shooting 42% from the field.
You know, of course it's going to take you a while to get in the swing of things, but he's been doing pretty good, and he'll get it down.
I think the Raptors could go somewhere because Kyle Lowry can run, Rudy Gay and DeMar DeRozan, of course, can run.
Right now the Raptors are pretty behind, so they got a lot of catching up to do.
Actually, they're only 6 games behind the 8th seed in the East. They're 6 games behind the Philadelphia 70s. No, the Milwaukee Bucks, actually. They're 6 games behind them.
I don't know. I wouldn't count them as playoff contenders for this season.
It'll be a long shot, but it is possible. I really hope they can pull it off. So yeah, the Raptors have been doing good. The Spurs have been doing good. Who else? What other teams have surprised you this season, Mark?
This season, I gotta say I'm surprised with the Atlanta Hawks.
Really? No. The biggest surprise for me is the Denver Nuggets, with Kenneth Faried averaging 10 points and 12 rebounds, with Danilo Gallinari stepping up, averaging over 20 points per game. Ty Lawson playing like an all-star, even though he didn't really get picked for an all-star team. And JaVale McGee being on Shaqtin' a Fool every week. But he's doing pretty good this season. Coming off the bench, averaging 6 rebounds and 7 points.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think people give JaVale McGee less credit than he deserves.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for this break. When we come back, we'll talk to you about Michael Jordan and LeBron James.